Right, that works. It's been a while since I've had time, but not time, but it's been a while since I've done this. So I just feel again a little uncomfortable talking to the camera again. It's been a while. No, but just wanted to recap for one, because I've been thinking about this. It's the midpoint of the summer now, and obviously you don't have any context about what I've been doing, because there's been like this whole period of like radio silence, because I really wanted to see it almost felt impure to share this part of the story, because it was formational for me, for the approach I'm going to take going forward from here. So it almost felt like it was mine, and I couldn't share that. But we're done with that. No, it's now it's more. I think I'm more confident in my method, in my intent, and I'm getting more in my head around everything. So I can start to look towards doing more with my time, and essentially the highlights are pretty short. Quick cricket for 2 months. That was March and April, and it was like me trying to find why. Well, it was, so obviously it originated from me not being where I wanted to be with the sport. I wanted to bowl the ball specifically this quick, and I wasn't close to it. Obviously, it was also a lot of locked in perspective that you get bogged in over time. So I needed that break to almost understand why I'm playing the game and who am I in a sense. So these two months were like me trying to find my identity and me trying to understand everything basically of what I want to do with my life in a sense, because cricket's been at the center of it all. And then when I went back into it, approached it the right way, helped me to stick with the skills, stick with the game, even though I was playing at such a lower level than I wanted to, which I still am, but that's different. But now I feel, obviously I don't care about what I've already done, because that's yesterday's history, right? We only care about tomorrow and next shot kind of thing. But I feel the past few weeks I've done decently well, but I know that it's been an average good effort. Like if I had to scale it, it wasn't excellent. It wasn't the best I could do, and that's probably because I've not been maintaining a routine. Right, I wasn't waking up at 6. I wasn't giving it everything I got. Okay, maybe I was giving it everything I got, but I wasn't waking up at 6, so I didn't have that time to do more, and to have time to reflect and to take time off, switch off, kind of thing. And now that we are 4 weeks in, I can start to do that because I understand how everything is working. So I'm playing matches all over. I'm playing as many matches as I can, but that does not mean I can't still wake up at 6 a.m. Because the whole thought process was, I'll be too tired to play a game from 9 to 5 if I'm waking up at 6. But the one thing that will set me apart going forward from all of these brilliant cricketers and great people will always be my approach to the game. And you can see that in many great people. It's always their approach, and it's always unorthodox, something new, something that hasn't been seen before. And I know time and time again, this creating more time in the day just always leads to something good. Like it creates a chain of habits for me, which never lead me wrong. Also, shutting off my work day, whether it be cricket, whether it be me studying, like 5 or 6 p.m. At least setting a goal to set it off by 5 or 6 p.m. gives me that time, where I'm just letting my brain do whatever fuck it wants. Whether I want to go see friends, whether I want to chill out, whether I want to enjoy myself. So I still have that time, and I don't feel like I'm almost trapped within the game. And obviously I've been falling into that obsession again, where I've been trying to train as much as I can, just thinking 24/7 about cricket, which is good, which is alright. But the kind of person I am, I know that I need to branch out, to branch in, because if I'm 24/7 on cricket, I start putting like a lot of pressure on myself, to get to this level, because I try to be ambitious. I need to spread that ambition and let play freely within cricket. Obviously that doesn't mean I'm going to sacrifice training. I'm still going to train as hard as I can. It's just switching off from the game, so I have the right mindset to go back into it. Obviously we'll experiment and see how everything goes to see which is the best approach. But the current configuration is really, really good for me. I've graduated. I'm living in London, playing as much as cricket as I can, and I know that I'm going to be. This is my vehicle, right? This is my main thing. I know I'm going to be playing cricket, whether I make it or don't make it, whatever the fuck that means. I'm going to do this even if I fail, because I know what it brings to my life and to who I am, and what it creates for me. So cricket's there. Everything else is just me trying to play cricket, kind of thing. But obviously, I've gone to Imperial, which is great, because I really wanted to go to the Imperial UCL. Got rejected from UCL and Kings and whatever, but Imperial will be good, really good for my masters in AI, because I'm looking to get into AI research eventually. DeepMind would be a goal, and then I can make enough money and still play cricket. And the goal will always be to make it professionally as a cricketer. But at the same time, I can be earning enough money so that I don't need to depend on my parents, because that's the whole situation as well. But it's not much different from what I was doing in my third year or my second year. Well, maybe not second year, in my third year, right? If I put in 6 hours of work and train the rest of the time, and so again, if I do the whole wake up at 6, train, work, train, chill, it works. I can do everything I want, which is perfect. It's all about finding that time within my routine, when it becomes like that, which I did really effectively before, and it's just need to keep building on it one step at a time. But I've just been really lackluster with my nutrition. I've been lackluster with my sleep, with my recovery, which is alright in the first few weeks when you're powering through and trying to get momentum going. But now I've got the ball rolling, right? I no longer feel a lot of resistance when I'm going to training, because I've been training for so long now. In these few weeks, I mean, because the club is far and whatever, travel. Anyway, but yeah. So now it's time to buckle down. I have more time on my plate. I don't need to put 6 hours of work every day. Buckle down. Wake up at 6. Just start waking up at 6. I think is a good idea in itself. Sleep by 10. Wake up at 6, and we can go from there. Yeah, that's basically it. I've been performing really well. I'm on the top of my game in bowling. I feel like I'm bowling as good as I've ever bowled, and with more control than I've ever bowled, and I can bowl more than before, and so I'm not thinking a lot about my bowling, because I know I've put in the work and I don't need to worry too much about it, as long as I'm staying consistent with my practice and my games and bowling enough. Batting is where I'm trying to level up, because I know the kind of player I want to be. There's two sides to it, right? The first side is of course, I'm never going to make it professionally by being good at one thing. I can be a great bowler, but I don't bowl 90 miles per hour. So it's very hard for me to replace an 80 mile per hour bowler that they already have, right? But if I can bat and I can bowl really well, and I'm a gun fielder, suddenly I can win games single-handedly, which is what the whole thing was. So, but my batting is a lot behind compared to my bowling, which I've been working really hard on. But with batting, you need a lot of experience in games, which I don't have. So I've been trying to play as many games as I can, which has been the thought process. But yeah, I've got 6 more weeks basically, which I can play around. I'm assuming I'll be playing around 15 games at a minimum. And then, yeah, so 15 games at a minimum, we're going to be playing as it is. Obviously not getting injured is important. But waking up at 6 and having the time and space to think, cook food, go to training, like that's all in that space. And then having the switch off ability at like 5 or 6 p.m. is also really important. So yeah, I mean, if I can treat it as like a 9 to 5 job, that's ideal, Obviously it'll be hard because it's a physical activity rather than a mental one, but why not? One go at this, And I'm confident I can do it. I think it'll be easier than what I'm doing now, because now there's no consistency in emotions, there's no consistency in my energy levels, because I'm just training whenever I can, rather than scheduling everything. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But there's 2 main goals with this, right? I'm playing 4s right now. If I would have bowled this week, I probably would have been in 3s, because I took a 5 for last week. I did well with a bat before, but I'm not. I'm kind of injured in my knee, so I'm still in the 4s, but I've got 6 games, 7 considering tomorrow's game. 7 games, right? I want to break into the twos with my bowling, and I want to score a 50. It's very simple, small, conservative goals, because I know I can build from there, but if I set larger goals, I'll start putting pressure on myself. So, score a 50 in 15 games, very possible. Break into the twos with my bowling effort, really possible. I'm bowling really well. So, yeah, it's pretty simple. Setting small goals and doing way more work and way more intense to get to them, because that is what they actually require. And the human brain is programmed to overpromise and underdeliver, and mine especially is as well. So that's the whole gist of the current situation. It's the 21st of July, and hopefully I get my GoPro back soon, because it broke and I had to like fix it, whatever. Yeah, and then that means I'll have more clips of my bowling and batting. I don't know for sure if I'll just upload this vlog as it is, or I will like make it into a proper sequenced video when I got my GoPro. But yeah, that's it for now. Help me clear my mind, that's for sure. And I'll see you in the next one.